What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back. Pause, reset, play, and right now I'm picking back up in Destiny Rise of Iron. I made a video earlier today of opening a bunch of engrams and wanted to make a follow-up video to that and more or less kind of go over some tips and strategies on how you can level up quickly if you want to reach a high level. I just hit a rank up here in Dead Orbit, so I'm going to pick up an item. Now you can choose which thing you want to get. So I'm going to pick weapons. I'm hoping to get a special weapon that's higher than 351. So let's see. Alright, looks like I got two items. Not what I wanted, but nonetheless, let's take a look at that weapon I just got. This actually looks pretty good. So the perfect balance will be nice. And third eye if I'm not using the helmet to give me that in PvP. So, and it's got full auto. Alright, this is not bad. I'll probably hold on to this, and plus it's 353. So my biggest thing right now is, hey, I want to get my light level high enough so that I can start running the weekly strike, or excuse me, the weekly strike playlist, as well as the nightfall strike, and then later on the raid. So pretty much everybody today, they started out at or around 335. And what's the best way to level up? So right now on my hunter, I am light 351. My ghost and my special weapon are kind of holding me back from 352, but I've ranked up pretty quickly. Just looking here in the lobby right now and looking at my friends list, I really don't see anybody higher than this right now. This guy's 355. That's probably the highest that I've seen. So the way that I went about doing this was I had 200 marks. So what I did was I went and bought a ghost. I bought boots. I bought gauntlets. And then I also bought a chest piece. And I used those. I infused them basically into my gear to bring those 4 items up to 350. That in turn got my light level around 340 or just a little bit above that. At that point, I started opening up engrams that I had saved up. So if you had saved up engrams from the Taken King, we lucked out this time around, and these were decrypting higher than 335. So if you just rinsed and repeated on these items, you could level up your boots, swap that item in, then level up your helmet, so on and so forth. And slowly I crept my light level up to the current level that it is right now of 351. So at this level here, I'd be able to run the recommended light level for the weekly strikes. Those are now up to 350. And your main goal right now is being able to get into that strike playlist so that you can run those and get the subsequent drops as a result. And those are going to allow you to kind of creep up ever so slightly up to the new cap of 385. So your best bet, in my opinion, is to come in and buy armor from the vendors here. The armor pieces, they are less expensive than the weapons are. And like I said, you can now choose when you rank up your factions, you can choose if you want to get a weapon, armor, or chroma. So buy the armor with the marks from the vendors and use the factions to get weapons, and engrams as well to get weapons to level up your character that way. So I think this is probably the fastest way to go about doing it. You want to make sure that you're swapping items in and out as you get something that's slightly higher, just so that when you are decrypting engrams or you are turning in faction rewards, that you're getting the highest possible light you can get. I'm holding off right now on doing the Shack's weekly bounty. I'm pretty close to getting that turned in, but I wanted to make sure I got my light level as high as I could. The thing now, though, is I've noticed that the armor that I have. Let's just take these boots for instance. Before these would be decrypting at up to 5 levels higher than your current light level. So that would say that these could be up to 356. Now, I've done a number of these and I haven't been lucky, or it seems that they may have changed the formula here. So these could be anywhere from 351 to 356, and they're 351. So I'm not sure if maybe they weighted these things differently, if you had stuff in your vault, as opposed to earning stuff now, that the older items, while they could be higher light levels, they were going to skew towards the lower end of the spectrum. But yeah, it's I think at this point now I'm just going to save those engrams that are in my vault and use those for another character. But yeah, just to recap, buy armor from the vendors to bump up a few items to 350. If you have to, run the daily mission or run the featured Crucible playlist to get some more marks. Use those to bump up your light. If you have to, use some blues. I know they can drop up to 340 or so, but that's going to allow you to bump your light from 335 up to high 340s, low 350s, and that gets you into the game. So you can run the weekly strikes and start amassing more materials to bump up, and hopefully get to a high enough light level for the raid when it unlocks on Friday. So that was mainly what I wanted to talk about here. I did actually really quick. I want to show off this shotgun that I got, and I'm thinking this is going to be devastating in Crucible. So this is one of the new weapons, 44 Curtain Call. I believe this is from the Crucible Quartermaster has this item. But man, this thing, check this one out. I have rifled barrel on this thing to bump up the range. Also I have rangefinder. So range should be at or very close to being maxed out. And then I can either do Army of One, or you can use the more cheap method of using up close and personal here for a short 25% bonus melee damage. So yeah, I imagine a lot of people are going to be sliding shotgun or blink shotgunning with this type of setup here and wreaking havoc in Crucible. One of the other new items I got were these boots for the hunter. Basically, they're the Frosties, and these are pretty cool. When you're sprinting, you get faster grenade and recharge, and you may have noticed it earlier in the video. So if I'm standing still, you can see that, it's kind of hard to see here, but you can see the boots they're all red. Once I start running though, they charge up a bit and they turn white. So one of the cooler looking items so far that I've seen in Rise of Iron. But yeah, if you found this video helpful, let me know if there's other strategies, for leveling up quickly, for guys who want to get in the raid. You definitely want to try to max out your light here, or get to a fighting chance to be able to do that content. Let me know any strategies that you may have, and as always, thanks for watching.